Hi everyone, and welcome to my next video in the Bayonetta series on the Xbox 360. This is Chapter 13, the Cardinal Virtue of Prudence. So this is pretty surprising because the last big boss battle was only 2 chapters ago, and already you're going into the next one, and this is purely a boss fight, and I like the way Bayonetta just kind of manhandles Cereza, just grabs her by the collar and hands her back to Luca. It's so funny, and Cereza is always crying, which I think is really cute. So anyway, here is Prudence, the 4th major boss in the game, and he's actually really fun to fight. He's got these 4 legs. He has the halos floating over those, so you know that that's a bit of a hint. And I always think it's funny when the various virtues are spewing this, very heavy, serious dialogue, and Bayonetta, or Jean will do something kind of funny to just shut them up. And so I think that's a nice touch in the cutscenes that keep them from just being too boring. And so, as you're fighting Prudence, you have to take care of the heads on each of the 4 legs, and once you do, you'll be able to go into the first climax of this boss fight. So occasionally right here you'll see he'll dive underwater and try to attack you a few times, but so here you go into your first one, and this will summon first a giant spider, which I think looks great. I do like the hair, the swirling hair effects in this game. I think Platinum Games did a nice job on that. So Bayonetta jumps on her. It's almost like a surfboard made out of the cargo ship from the last chapter. So the giant hands grab Prudence, and you have to push left or right and hit X a bunch of times. So it's a bit of a mini game, and he'll try to attack you occasionally, and you have to evade. And then you'll get to him, but the first time you do it, the giant spider doesn't really do anything. And I don't know if that's just I hadn't done enough damage to him or what, or maybe it's just part of the fight. And then here, he's kind of looking like the RoboCop remake, so it's good that you're destroying him. So yeah, you kind of go through the same stuff again. You attack the head, and you'll do that mini game where you have to push left and right, and then as you saw, the spider will now do some major damage to him, and now he will dive under and create this giant whirlpool, and you'll go down it. And here it's again a bit of an interesting bit of variety, that you have to kind of float or surf down this tube, avoid the various attacks, which include these laser beams that circle. So it feels like also a bit of Res, and again, probably old school Sega arcade games, just the pseudo first-person perspective and avoiding obstacles and various other projectiles. And so here you finally get to the bottom, do a few witch time attacks, whittle them down, and then you will summon the second and final climax of this stage, which is the giant spider once again. Absolutely massive this time. And this is kind of interesting. She picks him up and then drops him into a cobweb, and then you see all these little baby spiders come in, and then you just hit X a bunch of times, and they all kind of rip them apart, just leaving the head. So these are kind of gruesome, but they are cartoony and sort of funny in a way. And so yeah, that boss fight I thought was pretty good. I like the amount of variety in that one, which keeps it fun all the way through. And that's something I do like in Bayonetta. The boss fights are very fun. So anyway, that's Chapter 13. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.